This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
Hello and welcome to a very special program on NDTV 24/7. It's a program which features some of the finest minds in India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. The subject we're looking at today, fusion beyond borders, myth or reality. It's a subject which in a sense represents both a sense of optimism among people in the region and where we are going in our three countries, and a sense of despair for what is really a dream according to many. Let's quickly introduce the speakers we have on this special program. Joining us here in Kolkata from Bangladesh, Mohammad Asafadullah, a distinguished civil servant for 14 years. He was a member of the Planning Commission and the University Grants Commission. He's also a distinguished editor. He's authored 4 books and has served as the chairman of the National Commission for Radio and Television in Bangladesh. Sultana Kamal, a pioneer of the movement for the protection of the rights of Bangladeshi women against religious fatwas. She is the executive director of a leading legal and human rights resource center in Bangladesh. Sheshadri Chari. For 12 years, he was the editor of the English weekly The Organizer. He is an additional secretary of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He is a consultant with the UNDP and a consulting editor of the G-Files, besides being an author of note. Shabana Azmi, one of India's finest actresses, a very active parliamentarian who's consistently fought for the rights of women, slum dwellers and minorities. Amin Hashwani, a distinguished Pakistani entrepreneur who's been founding president of the India-Pakistan CEOs Business Forum. Munir Kamal, the president and CEO of Kasb Bank Limited. He's also served as the CEO of Union Bank, Pakistan. And Shaheen Salahuddin, one of the most well-known faces in the Pakistani media, a fellow of the East-West Center in Hawaii. She's been a senior anchor with PTV and writes extensively on current affairs. All right, so we are now in a position to begin this debate with an opportunity for the audience and certainly all the panelists to ask questions as well. In no particular order, Sultana Kamal, if you'd like to make your introductory remarks.
I'm really very pleased to be here today to be able to make the statement. Is beyond frontiers or going beyond frontiers actually a myth or reality for everybody? I think it has a complex answer. Going beyond frontiers for some people is not myth. If we think of the multinational companies, World Bank, IMF, and the way the world in this age of globalization is divided between us and them, it definitely is not a myth for many people because they are allowed to look for the land of the cheapest labor. Definitely frontiers mean pushing, pushback, deportation, even imprisonment. Asia being one of the largest continents and South Asia with a huge population, with such rich heritage, such rich history, and with such rich resources at hand even now, I think Asia has not been able to really resolve these questions of frontiers. If you want to have security, you can't have peace. And for security, what do we see? For security, we see militarization, we see intelligence, we see imprisonment and harassment. And therefore, when the main focus is on security, peace has very little chance there. We have to look at ourselves. We have democratic system working in many of the countries, and many democracies are working quite well. Probably that's an exception for us, but at least it's there. And we have to look at the character of the state-people relationship, and people definitely have a very big role to play there, and that is how I look at my own role as a human rights activist. We have to have the confidence to say that we want fusion, which will be different from merger. And with that, I would like to quote a few lines from Tagore, which is a favorite poem for me. আকাশ ভরা সূর্য তারা বিশ্ব ভরা প্রাণ আমি তাহারি মাঝখানে পেয়েছি মোর স্থান বিস্ময়ে তাই জাগে আমার গান Tagore said that there is the sun, there are the stars in the sky, and their lives on earth. And in that, amidst that, I too have a place, and I have to qualify for that to see that fusion actually it doesn't come as a threat to us, so we don't have security problems inside our countries, and we have belligerent policies towards our neighbors because the threat is there to be diminished, to be extinguished. So we have to be very careful there. And there is one line in that song that actually touches my heart all the time, that narite mor rokto dharay legeche tar tan. And we have to be able to touch that chord to make fusion real for everybody in dignity, in love, in appreciation, and providing right to extend for everybody. Thank you very, very much.